The Coyote Twin, Vermilion's downtown theater. Providing entertainment Thursdays through Sundays.
Tonight, residential dorms are getting an upgrade.
We'll have that and more coming up. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
The government shutdown has led to concerns over SNAP benefits. Welcome to Coyote News. I'm Jacob Pierce.
And I'm Kylie Moore. We'll get to that story in a moment, but first, a USD student died last weekend. An email sent from the Dean of Students' office Monday evening announced that Chantel Johnson, an undergraduate student at USD, died this past weekend at the age of 24. The cause of death is unknown at the moment, but authorities have confirmed that no foul play is suspected. Johnson graduated with an Associate of Arts degree in General Studies this May and was pursuing a bachelor's degree in anthropology with a minor in archaeology. Over the summer, Johnson took part in an archaeology field study in Sturgis with a group of USD students and was a member of the South Dakota Archaeological Society. A visitation will take place tomorrow at Harrisburg United Methodist Church and a funeral service on Friday.
USD has hired a design team to work with facilities management and housing to come up with a plan for the upcoming renovations to Olson Hall. After completing changes for Richardson Hall, USD decided to update the neighboring dorm in response to issues being reported there. Brian Limoges is Assistant Vice President of Facilities Management.
There'll be an elevator. Currently, there's no elevator in any of the dorms in North Complex. They'll have better controllability of their temperature and humidity within the room. We are creating 15 individual restrooms for the students, so there'll be a lot of new amenities for students.
Olson Hall's complete makeover includes gutting all 4 floors, upgrading the rooms with new flooring, replacing the mechanical and electrical systems, and installing a new roof. The project will commence in May 2026 and is expected to be completed in time for the 2027 fall semester.
Dean of Students Kate Fitzgerald spoke at last night's SGA meeting about 2 New York Times bestselling authors visiting USD. Dr. Deborah and James Fallow's book, Our Towns, tells the cultural reinvention taking place across America. James Fallows is a journalist who has written for publications such as The Atlantic and The New Yorker. He was also the speechwriter for President Jimmy Carter. His wife, Deborah Fallows, was the assistant dean and assistant director of admissions at Georgetown University.
If you go, we have 70-some copies that we're going to give out to the first students that show up. All students who attend also can enter into a drawing at the end of the session to win $100 of Coyote cash. I think they're giving away 5 prizes.
Following the program, there will be a Q&A and a book signing. The presentation is presented by the Cheeseman Center for Democracy and will take place at 7 tomorrow night in Farber Hall. Today, SGA hosted a mixer event in the Muck Pit at 2. The mixer allowed students to ask questions or give comments or concerns for the SGA senators. SGA wanted to have more personal discussions with students rather than questions via panel, which led to the mixer. Around a dozen senators were present and spoke with students both one-on-one and in groups. SGA meets every Tuesday night at 6:30 and is open to students to attend.
As the government shutdown continues, one concern for many Americans is the potential cancellation of SNAP benefits. President Trump threatened yesterday to deny food stamp payments until the end of the shutdown, which affects 42 million Americans. This comes after the federal court ordered the administration to continue running the program. Hours after Trump threatened to deny stamp payments, the White House press secretary said the administration would fully comply with the court's order. As a reminder, the city of Vermilion's winter parking guidelines went into effect last Saturday. For streets north and south between Clark and Main, parking is not permitted on days that end in an odd number. For streets running east to west between Dakota and Plum, parking is not permitted on days that end in an even number. This is done to allow plowing of the streets in case of snow. More information can be found on the City of Vermilion's website. Coming up, the Coyote Twin hosts a special showing. You're watching Coyote News.
The University of South Dakota's Department of Media and Journalism.
You're never gonna know.
Fostering students' talent and creativity through the art of filmmaking. Share your stories. Bring your ideas to life. Discover your passion. Find your voice. Join USD's Department of Media and Journalism today.
This is Coyote News.
The Coyote Twin Theater hosted a screening for Halloween, but with a special twist. Coyote News' Jason Lopez Martinez has more.
The Coyote Twin Theater hosted its annual showing of the 1975 movie Rocky Horror Picture Show on the big screen, hitting a milestone this year.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is a movie that came out in 1975. This is the 50th anniversary of the movie. But it started actually as a stage play.
This year marks the first time the event was hosted on Halloween night. The performance featured the Rocky Horror Preservation Society Shadow Cast, with audience participation bags filled with items like water guns, newspapers, and bubbles.
We tell everybody when to do what. You know, you get to hold a newspaper over your head when it's raining, and that's what they're doing on screen, and you get to throw confetti when someone says it's a party. So the props just sort of are a way for the audience to be with the shadow cast. They're acting out the movie too.
Tickets sold out before doors even opened, with proceeds supporting the Vermilion Cultural Association.
It's been amazing. Everyone that I've met, this is my first time doing a shadow cast, so it's been really fun to meet everybody, meet different people from different departments and everything and different jobs.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show continues to be a long-standing tradition in theater culture. For Coyote News, I'm Jason Lopez Martinez.
The movie has been part of the Twin Theater's fall lineup since 2015.
Alternative Way of Learning, or AWOL, is hosting a blanket tie night tomorrow. Students can join in on making fleece blankets which will be donated to Sleep in Heavenly Peace, an organization that distributes beds to families in need. The event runs from 6 to 7 in Beacom Room 128. Students can celebrate Diwali Saturday with annual Festival of Lights. The festival will include authentic Indian food and live cultural performances, including classical dances and energetic Bollywood numbers. The night will end with an open dance floor for everyone to join. The event takes place Saturday night from 6 to 8 in the Muck Ballroom.
This week, Dakotathon is going head-to-head with SDSU's Stateathon. Coyote News' Nadia Castillo is live in the Muck to learn more. Nadia?
Thanks, Jacob. I'm here today with Nick Olson and Stephen Johnson, Dakotathon Relations Chair. Nick, for this week, you're holding the House Divided, Mission United fundraising challenge against SDSU, or with SDSU. Whose idea was it to turn this rivalry into something positive for the children?
Yeah, so that kind of comes back with our executive team. You know, with SDSU and USD, we have a strong rivalship. So we like doing a competition with them. So it kind of goes back together. They had a national trip over the summer, and they really wanted to compete this year. So that's kind of where it came from.
Stephen, Dakotathon raised a little bit over $30,000 during their push week. How much money do you expect to raise during this fundraising challenge?
I think our goal is between 20 to 30. I think we can get it. Our team, like he said, we work great together. We have great outreach. So the more people that we get involved, the better our chances will be at beating them.
For people that don't know, can you explain more about this year-long fundraiser and how the money is being used?
Yeah, absolutely. So Dakotathon is a student-led philanthropy organization. All the money gets donated to Dance Miracle Network, which all the money goes to Sanford Children's Hospital or just children's hospitals around the country. And that money goes to food, food meals, housing, pretty much any type of ventilators for children, any type of expenses that families would need that would help them get covered for it. So the money gets donated, 100% of it gets donated to the families, so every single dollar gets actually earned. And it's very important for all the families. So,
how can student, faculty members, or community members get involved, and where can they donate?
That's a great question. So we go through Donor Drive. It is able, if you get groups or different organizations here on campus, they can make teams, and those teams, people donate into the Donor Drive. It gets into one big funnel, and then all of the money that we raise collectively all around campus goes to the hospitals.
And looking into the future, what are you most excited about the dance marathon?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely hanging out with kids, seeing families. You know, when you actually get to meet a lot of children, you kind of get to see like a real difference you're making on the community and making just a huge difference in their lives. So definitely just hanging out with children and making their lives a little bit better.
What about you, Steven?
I'm going to say the day of too. Spending time with them, it gives you just a different knowledge of the impact that we make. Seeing the families, hearing their stories, the struggles that they've gone through, it really hits the heartstrings, and so it just makes you drive to be a better person and to want to make that impact here on campus even like greater.
Thank you so much, Nick, Steven. This live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Nadia Castillo.
Thanks, Nadia. Upcoming Dakotathon events can be found on USD Involved.
Many organizations on campus celebrated Halloween last week, and the USD Esports team was no different. The Esports House of Haunts took place in the Muck Pit. The event gave students opportunities to win Halloween candy, stickers, and other prizes through a raffle. As USD's official esports club, video games were also a centerpiece, with players showcasing their skills against one another. Participants also took turns spinning a prize wheel for the opportunity to win more candy. The esports is open to all students regardless of gaming skill level. The club meets in McCusick Tech Center in room 202 for a variety of different events throughout the month.
Speaking of esports, the club is hosting their 24-hour Extra Life charity stream this weekend. Esports will be streaming their gaming for 24 hours straight while raising money for the Sanford Children's Hospital. The Extra Life stream runs from midnight to midnight this Saturday. If you're interested in viewing, donating, or streaming, check out their page on USD Involved. Charlie Coyote has gone missing in this semester's Fall Coyote Night. This year's theme is Mystery Mayhem, Charlie's Disappearance. Students can join in to collect clues and try to crack the case. The night includes activities such as an escape room, full-size billiards, air hockey, and arcade games. The event takes place Monday night from 8 to 11 in the Muck.
It's Native Spirit Week, and USD's Teos Bay has a week of events. On Tuesday, they had a sign creating event, and earlier today, a Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women Walk. From now until 7 p.m., there will be karaoke in the Muck Ballroom. Tomorrow, a taco sale from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Native American Cultural Center. And on Friday, a beading workshop in East Hall, room 220, from 1 to 4. A full list of events is available on Teos Bay's social media pages. Next on Coyote Sports, football knocks off 8th-ranked North Dakota.
And basketball starts their season inside the SCSC.
Margaret Cottle is a USD psychology major with a minor in arts and health.
I like that I can combine both psychology and art and study two things that I love. I get a lot of satisfaction out of using non-medical treatments such as art to promote people's wellness and provide therapeutic activities for people. I like watching Coyote News because I feel like it's very authentic and it keeps me up to date of what's going on around campus. I really enjoy the live Q&As and those kind of fun little looks into student life.
This is Coyote News.
Soccer competes in the Summit League tournament. This is Coyote Sports. I'm Jason Lopez Martinez.
And I'm Ethan Ladke. Cross country competes at Summit League Championships. South Dakota football hosted number 8 ranked North Dakota for their Native American Heritage game. The Coyotes scored first off a block punt that resulted in a safety. The two sides then traded rushing touchdowns before a 43-yard touchdown reception by Lorenzo Fenner gave the Coyotes a 16-7 lead at halftime. South Dakota would tack on a field goal and a fumble recovery for a touchdown by Dejon Lewis to grow their lead to 26-7. The Fighting Hawks rallied late, scoring back-to-back touchdowns, but it just wasn't enough as the Coyotes secured a 26-21 victory. The team takes on in-state rival South Dakota State on Saturday for Senior Day.
USD's women's basketball kicked off their season on Monday against York University. The Coyotes defense had a strong day, holding the Panthers to just 2 points in the first quarter and 33 points overall in the game. The offense also did their part, scoring 20-plus points in each quarter as the Coyotes secured a 104-33 victory. The team stays home this week, playing Friday against Air Force and Monday against Buena Vista. Men's basketball also kicked off their season on Monday against Utah Tech. After several players graduated last season, the team now features many new faces. The Coyotes are aiming to improve on their 19-14 record from last year. Eric Peterson, in his fourth year as head coach, is looking to continue implementing his fast-paced style of play.
Yeah, so we started the press last season for the first time, and I think there were some major flaws in it. I think we did a good job, and we really frustrated some teams, but there were some flaws. And with those flaws, you sit at the end of the year and you sit with your staff and you try to figure out how you can make some subtle changes to get better as a team. So like this year, we're not crashing 5. We're going to crash 4 guys and get 1 guy back to half court where we can play some guys a little bit longer and we can be better rebounders out of it.
Utah Tech would get the better of the Coyotes in overtime, winning 81-79. The team travels to Creighton tonight before playing Ozark Christian College at home on Sunday.
The South Dakota cross-country teams finished their seasons at the Summit League Championships. Geneva Timmerman secured the only top 10 finish for the Coyotes, finishing 6th with a time of 20 minutes and 46.3 seconds. The team finished in 4th place with 111 points. The men finished in 6th place with Nathaniel Keifel leading the way with a time of 24 minutes and 37.19 seconds. Coyote News' Addie Sporletter is live in the muck with Timmerman following her top 10 finish. Addie?
Thanks, Ethan. Geneva, you recently finished 6th at the Summit League Championships. How did it feel to place in the top 10?
It was this immense feeling of gratefulness when I crossed the line. I feel like definitely getting to turn around and get instant hugs from your teammates kind of helps too. But with having kind of a shaky season with injury last year, it was just gratefulness and just feeling so blessed.
Did you approach this race differently compared to others this season?
Definitely. I feel like the other races within the season are just kind of building and growth seasons, or races to test out what you're kind of capable of. Conference, you do have to focus a little bit more. It's a little more competitive, and you're hoping to win a conference title.
And what goals are you setting for yourself heading into the Midwest Regionals?
Well, now that we have conference done, we definitely kind of know where we stand with some of the girls in our conference, so that kind of allows us to have a little bit of an outline where we should place within regionals, but it's also a bigger, more competitive field, so we're kind of excited, and just a big goal to PR again, of course.
And do you have a certain hype song you listen to during warm-ups?
Oh, geez. I would have to say conference was probably All the Stars by Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Thanks, Geneva. Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Addie Sporletter.
Thanks, Addie. The teams run again on November 14th at the NCAA Midwest Regional Championships.
USD Volleyball went on a road trip starting at St. Thomas. Against the Tommies, the two teams played tight each set, including a 28-26 win for the Coyotes in set number 2. The Coyotes swept the Tommies 3-0. The Coyotes then headed to Brookings to take on the Jackrabbits. USD won the first and 4 sets, and the Jackrabbits won sets 2 and 3. SDSU got the better of the Coyotes in the 5th set, winning the match 3-2. The team is back at home this week, playing Omaha on Thursday and Kansas City on Saturday. South Dakota soccer competed in the Summit League tournament on Sunday against Kansas City. Olivia Platt scored the first goal of the game for the Kangaroos in the 16th minute. South Dakota had 5 corner kicks and took 11 shots in the game, but wasn't able to find a goal and lost 1-0 to end their season. The Coyotes finished the season with 7 wins, 6 losses, and 6 ties. 3 of those wins were in Summit League play.
The Coyote swim and dive teams compete at the Coyote Extravaganza. The men took home first place, scoring 2,044.5 points. Nick Rounds led the way for the men, winning 3 different events, being named Summit League Peak Performer of the Week for his performance. Gabby Arendt also won 3 events for the Coyote women, as they finished 3rd overall, scoring 1,909 points. The teams win again on November 20th at the St. Thomas Invite. The month of October has ended, and with that, the annual intramural basketball season has started back up at the Wellness Center. Intramural basketball takes place from late October to early December and is open to all students at USD, along with faculty and staff. Games are played daily, starting around 5 p.m. Gavin Hannon is a team captain for one of the 36 teams partaking in the Co-Rec League.
I think it's good for people to play intramural basketball because it gets you active, like you meet a bunch of people through this, and like as this team, I've made a bunch of friends from last year and every year, so yeah.
Registration ended October 23rd. However, those still looking to join can register as a free agent using the IM Leagues app and signing in through your USD credentials. On November 20th, teams will meet to draw for playoff seeding and will compete to be crowned basketball champions starting December 1st.
That's it for Out Sports.
When we come back, we ask students, what's their go-to breakfast? Stay with us.
The Charcoal Sports Show. The hottest names and the hottest takes.
Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. where Charlie Preen and Cole Larsch highlight prep sports, college sports, Coyote athletics, and professional sports. We would love to hear your questions for us too. The phone lines are always open.
Tune in to the Charcoal Sports Show each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. to hear the hottest takes on KAOR Vermilion.
Every day, 37 people die. Every 79 seconds, someone is killed.
Love y'all. I'll see you later.
2 out of 3 people will be impacted, and this could all be prevented. Don't drink and drive.
This is Coyote News.
A church in Barcelona has just become the tallest church in the world after part of its central tower was lifted into place. It beats out the previous record-holding church from Germany by just 4 feet. The church will continue to grow as the central tower is still not finished, and when completed, will raise the height from 534 feet to 564. The church began construction in 1882 and continues to be worked on each year. This weekend is big for Coyote and Jackrabbit fans.
We asked our Instagram followers, they will be on game day.
I'm suspecting most people will be at the game supporting
I will
the
be
Coyotes.
at the game, actually.
Is that the case? Will most people be at the game? Of course they will, as they should be. Follow our Instagram page for more weekly polls.
Sometimes the best motivation to get up is a delicious meal.
We ask students what's their go-to breakfast.
Here's what they had to say.
My go-to breakfast is French toast with hash brown and then strawberries and syrup on top.
Scrambled eggs with bacon and hash browns. Starbucks, donut and coffee.
A banana, cereal, and some eggs.
Pancakes and a side of bacon.
Cheez-Its.
Probably just cereal. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Chocolate chip pancakes, bacon, and a cinnamon roll.
Probably a muffin from Costco.
Leftovers from the day before.
Definitely a bubbler and a bagel.
Breakfast burrito with a glass of milk.
Probably toast with butter and honey.
Just a Nature Valley granola bar.
Usually a bagel with cream cheese or just eggs.
Bacon with bagel, eggs, and orange juice.
I'd say Pop-Tarts.
Probably a bowl of Cocoa Puffs. I think it's my go-to.
Toast with peanut butter and jam.
Probably like a Pop-Tart or some yogurt.
Any kind of egg really works for me, but I always got to do something sweet like pancakes or yogurt or something like that. Definitely go to.
Mine would be an everything bagel with cream cheese on it.
You know, for me personally, nothing beats a Casey's breakfast burrito right away in the morning.
I would have to agree, but I would say Casey's breakfast pizza is just slightly better. Their bacon pizza, that is delicious.
I think for me personally, when McDonald's brought back the bagel sandwiches, they were just game changers. So I have to go with that one. I always get the sausage one, it's just the best.
Yeah.
See, typically I don't really eat breakfast, but when I do go home, I will be needing some of my dad's pancakes.
That's all for Coyote News.
Pick up the volant for a look at how fall foliage is changing.
Listen to 91.1 for news updates throughout the week and for coverage of your USD sports.
Don't forget to follow our social media pages for the daily updates and the weekly poll. Have a great night.